In this video, we're going to answer the question, what is a cello guitar? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Doctor McFarland, and in front of me today, in my hands, right here, is a very cool instrument from Eastwood Guitars. So first of all, let's actually look at the case here. It's not super padded, but it is, it's got nice handles on it. It's got some shoulder straps. So, but you can see that it's got some movement to it. So it's not very stiff. And if you dropped it on the ground or from a high distance, it probably will damage the instrument inside. So, the case is very convenient for carrying. But if you're really wanting to protect the instrument, I would look at something else. We do have some nice pockets here. What do we have in here? We got some foam. And we have some Allen keys, so you can adjust up and down the saddles and the truss rod. So that's good. Alright, so looking at the guitar, this is it right here. So a cello guitar, what is this thing? So first of all, we have a very mandolin style body. And this is the MRG Studio series. So they have a whole series of these same looking instruments that can either be a short scale bass, it can be a Les Paul, humbucker equipped style electric guitar. They have mandolins, mandocellos, octave mandolins. Just all kinds of different variations on this theme of having the mandolin style body. Really, they call it an F style body because they got this little curl right here with the points and everything else, right? So far, that's what we got. And then from a distance, if you thought I was like a really small human, then you would think that this is like some kind of mandolin kind of instrument because it just looks like a mandolin. We do have a toggle switch to change between the mini humbuckers here. And we have some knobs down here to control the volumes and the tone of the instrument. We do have a traditional bridge that you would normally see on a bass guitar or even on a Telecaster. So it's got the 4 different saddle heights that you can adjust up or down or back and forth to adjust the intonation. And then we have the headstock. And those are the tuners on the back. They're not locking tuners. They're just a small Fender style tuners. I do like this kind of vintage looking tuner head on these though. These look really nice. And I like that same style on Fender guitars as well. Alright, so take a look at this fretboard and tell me what you do not see. Take a hard look, really hard look. Yeah, you guessed it. This does not have frets. It is a fretless cello guitar. So, very much so like a regular cello or violin, viola, any other string instrument that doesn't have frets. This is going to give you So I'm just going to play this acoustically here. This is going to give you the same tuning as a cello would have. So we have a C, a G, a D, and an A. So if you know anything about violin, this is actually the same relationship between the strings, as in they are all fifths that a cello has, but they are tuned to different starting notes. Okay, so if the cello has C, G, D, A, then a violin is going to have a D, G, A, E. And if you know those notes, it's actually the bottom 4 strings of a guitar flips upside down. So G, D, A, E is the bottom four strings of a guitar, and also the strings of a violin, which is also the strings of a mandolin. Okay, so we're getting a very common relationship here between how a guitar works and how it relates to a mandolin, a violin, and then tuning down to the cello range, which is C, G, D, A. Okay, now with that said, and because the tuning relationship is very similar, I can play all the same chords I know on a mandolin. So you can hear the trouble I'm having is I'm not used to playing on a fretless instrument. So getting my fingers exactly where they need to be it's a little hard for me at this moment, but with a little practice, you can get it figured out and you can probably sound amazing. Now, with that said, I can play notes up and down the neck. Right, stuff like that. Now, we do have dots on the side, which makes it a little more manageable. But unlike on a fretted instrument where you usually put your finger right behind the fret to play a note, on this instrument you are going to put your finger right where the dot is to play exactly on the note. Okay, and then for the second fret position, or the second position, you just have to kind of use your ear to play that half step, or the first fret to play the first and second position notes, or the fourth, fifth, and seventh. All right, so just a little movement with that finger, you can get off. So I would suggest practicing with a tuner in front of you. So as you play the note, so right there I'm a little sharp, I'm a little flat. I'm looking at my Toemaster Pro tuner over here on the screen. And just kind of getting a sense of where to put your finger when you want to play a certain note. Alright, so now let's do some playing and see how this thing can sound. Alright, so this is a clean sound. Okay, on the neck pickup. Pretty crazy. Here's a UK Brilliant amp, which is the Vox. This takes a little bit of practice, folks. Trust me. Okay. All right, here's an ambient sound. It's just nuts. All right, here's a swell patch. I like the swell type stuff. All right, so there we go, guys. This is a very interesting instrument. I was really hoping that the cello guitar would be like a little bit lower, maybe like lower than a bass, because it does start with a C, G, D, A, but it is within the guitar range. So this bottom note right here is no different than what the third fret of a string on a guitar would be. So you are in that guitar range, not in the low, deep, rich cello range that you would think it would be. Okay, so with that said, if you want to try these out, they do have a 45-day return policy. You just have to pay for shipping. But you can order any guitar from Eastwood Guitars and try them out. And if something catches your eye and you just think, hey, that might be really cool to play around with, then you just ship it back at your own cost and you'll get the refund. So these are made in China, which is fine. Most things are made in China these days. So that's how they're able to keep their cost down. But this is a very nice instrument. The fit and finish of everything looks great. The fretboard looks great. Very rich colors of the wood here. And then we have a nice, probably veneer top. I'm not sure what the wood is, but it just all looks really nice and it feels great. And it looks like a big mandolin. So what could go wrong, right? So if you have any questions about Eastwood instruments, feel free to leave a comment down below or reach out to Eastwood directly on their website. I'll leave all those links in the description. And if you want to help support the channel, I have affiliate links to Amazon, Sweetwater, and Zounds.com. And I also have courses on my website where you can learn more about music theory and download patches to all the different modeling units that I've ever owned. So thanks for watching. I am Dr. McFarland, and I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.